I want to talk to you about CStoreOffice. This is a review of this tool, and we want to really see whether or not this tool is really worth it this year. Here's a presentation I want you to pay attention to. So when you think about CStoreOffice, I want you to think about all kinds of capabilities. Think about a back office software that streamlines convenience store operations and price book. You're able to track daily sales, reconcile cash, and identify errors and theft. So that's really good. We love the fact that with CStoreOffice, you also have inventory management, you have item level inventory tracking, and you have fuel inventory control to prevent theft and spoilage. And a mobile app included, enabling 24/7 back office software access, real-time price book updates, and the monitoring of sales, workbooks, promotions, loyalty programs, and profit margins from anywhere. So that's really good. So when you think about CStoreOffice, think about an output of a larger software provider. So you have CStoreOffice is really a cutting-edge back office software provision and catering to the retail industry. So everything revolves around the retail industry. So this is an important element to specify here. And what I want to say also is that when you think about a CStoreOffice, I want you to think about scalability. So here you have your go-to cloud-based platform for managing item level inventory, price book updates, price promotions. You have buy downs. You can manage those effortlessly, and you can seamlessly integrate with a variety of POS system, such as Verifone, NCR, Gilbarco, and Wayne. So this is really good. And so you no longer have to do anything manual in terms of inventory management. You don't do manual inventory management anymore. You are automating everything. So this is really good. Overall, we love the tool here. And but think about cloud-based back office operations and management software designed to help single and or multiple retail outlets, convenience stores, and gas stations manage things like price books, fuel inventory, shelf labels, and more. So this is really great to have. I want to talk to you now about the features that you can really have when it comes to CStoreOffice. And so you have inventory management. That's really without saying. You have employee management, you have multi-location, you have order management, and you have scheduling. Those are actually the primary, if you will, the primary features you can really have within CStoreOffice. You also have a fuel management. You have a retail management. Retail management is important, especially if you're trying to have an omni-channel strategy. Let's say you want to have multiple stores and you're trying to have a multi-channel strategy. So basically, CStoreOffice can really help you here. You also have a loyalty program. The loyalty program can really help you enhance your revenue over time. So CStoreOffice will help you sort of enhance your loyalty program, but also automate it. So gone are the days where you have to track loyal customers one by one. Now you have a system that allows you to automate everything and to automate things overnight. You also have a purchase order management. So purchase order management is a great tool that allows you to understand the foundation of inventory tracking. Okay, because purchase order is going to have an impact on your inventory over time anyway. You also have lottery management. So with lottery management, you have the ability to get things done a lot faster. So this is really cool. You also have a single store operational management. You have a fuel POS. So think about CStoreOffice as a fuel POS. So you have the ability to have revenue tracked over time. You also have a multi-store grocery POS. So you have the ability to know exactly what's really happening there. So when you close your eyes and think about CStoreOffice, think about an inventory management tool / POS that allows you to do all kinds of stuff, not just one section of inventory management or even inventory optimization for that matter. You are able to get things done across the board. So this is really great. Think of it as an all-in-one tool. Fantastic. I want to talk to you about the specs here. So when you think about CStoreOffice, what kind of specs should you be expecting? We love the fact that CStoreOffice provides end-to-end back-office automation software using cloud-based solutions for the retail convenience store, petroleum and food service industries, and other specialty retailers, right? And the implementation, for instance, of this software happens through the cloud, SaaS, and web-based. You also have on-premise Windows and on-premise Linux. This is really good. The on-premise Linux is important because you have a larger portion of retail outlets that still use on-premise Linux right now. So the fact that CStoreOffice is actually offering this capability is really good. In terms of support, if you are thinking about CStoreOffice, you have support via email, but also there is a help desk capability, if you will, whereby you get support. You can also get support in a DIY fashion through FAQs. There is a forum, also very lively forum that you can have. So that's something that we love a lot. You have a knowledge base, a pretty comprehensive knowledge base that is there also, where CStoreOffice allows you to have all kinds of answers to your questions. Okay, and there is also phone support in case you need it, and you also have the possibility to chat with someone from someone from CStoreOffice. In terms of training, you have a live online training, you have documentation, you have videos, also you have in person, and you also have webinars. So webinars also there in case you want to know more about CStoreOffice. So when we talk about the specs here, we are talking about the maker of this software is called Petrosoft. Okay, Petrosoft, and they are located in the US. And the tool itself, the software tool itself, was founded in 2002. So you are talking about more than 20 years. They've been in operation for more than 20 years. So this is kind of cool. So long story short, you are talking about a tool that's trying to really specify itself, but also categorize itself in a specific niche. So you have to make sure that your operations really fits the features that CStoreOffice is bringing to the market. I want to talk to you about customization here. So when we talk about CStoreOffice, we have a constellation of customizations. Okay, you have cost of software customizations, you have data migration cost, you have a tool that's relevant for CStoreOffice, you have cost of training, you have cost of maintenance, you have so you have all kinds of customizations. And when we talk about customizations in terms of cost of software, you need to understand that customizing the software to meet the specific needs of the organization can be a costly process, especially if the customization requires significant development or integration work. Everything depends upon your current operation and what type of integration you want. Now, the average cost of customization can range from a few $1,000s to several $100,000, depending on the complexity of the customization work. It's one of those, I was talking to you about pricing later on, but it's one of those things where you want to contact the CStoreOffice to see what's possible first. You also have a data migration cost. Now, data migration cost is relevant for CStoreOffice. So migrating data from old systems to the new software can be a time-consuming and costly process, especially if the data is large or complex. So the average cost of data migration can range from a few $1,000s to several $100,000, depending on the size and complexity of the data. So the reason why I'm giving you all this is because when we talk about CStoreOffice, the tool itself, the software itself, it's not just the subscription, the monthly subscription you have. You got to think about those ancillary costs, but significant costs. They can really sort of increase the budget a lot more. You also have costs of training. So how many groups, different departments, usages, types of users are needed for CStoreOffice training? So training employees to use the new software can be a significant cost, especially if the software is complex or requires specialized knowledge, and especially if your staff also doesn't have experience with this type of software. So the average cost of training can range from a few $100s to several $1,000s per employee. Per employee. I need to insist on that, per employee, depending on the complexity of the software and the duration of the training. You also got to think about the cost of maintenance. Okay. So ongoing maintenance and support for the software can be a significant cost, especially if the software requires frequent updates or has a high rate of bugs or issues. And the average cost of maintenance can range from a few $100s to several $1,000s per year, depending on the complexity of the software and the level of support required. So those are things I really want you to think about. And I will talk to you in the next session about how much you have to pay when it comes to CStoreOffice. Let me talk to you now about the pricing. So pricing is an important element to keep in mind, especially if you're trying to implement this tool over time. So when we talk about CStoreOffice, their plans starts from $249 per license, okay? And it's important to keep in mind. And of course, they want you to call them. As you can see on the screen, they want you to call them to have a conversation with them based on our research. They want you to actually give them all kinds of info so they know if they know what kind of customized quote they will have to give you. But based on our research, on average here, you have to pay around $249. I mean, that's the price for the monthly subscription per user. It's important. Per user. So they actually go on a license basis. So $249, $279 per license. And but CStoreOffice does not offer a free trial at this time. So free trials are great because your team can test the software, at least basic features of it, in your own time without the pressure of sales teams. But right now, CStoreOffice doesn't have a free trial, so it is what it is. And basically, you can get actually the pricing directly on their website. It's important to understand that you have ancillary cost as well. So you have primary cost and you have ancillary costs. So ancillary cost revolves around inventory management software, inventory optimization software, barcoding software, inventory control scheme, order management software, catalog management software, order entry software. So you have all kinds of capabilities there. Now, whatever features you need will depend on your operations, but also your activities really. But when you think about CStoreOffice, think about typical customers that go from small businesses to mid-sized businesses to large enterprises. Okay, so you have a large array of customers here. So that's really good to know, because at least you don't have to have a specific budget to actually qualify for this software tool. What is the value added here? So when you think about CStoreOffice, what kind of value can you extract from the software? Well, we love the fact that you have with CStoreOffice, gone are the days of poor inventory tracking. Okay, you're now able to you'll have a clear idea about what ways you can optimize your inventory. You can think about losing inventory through shrinkage, discarding inventory due to a spoilage, and being overstocked or out of stock on inventory items, especially if you are in an industry that is highly competitive, so that you can avoid lower sales, profits, and margins. Okay, and this is kind of cool. And one thing I want to say here is that it's important to understand that if your idea is to gain control over CStore's bottom line, you want to have an accurate view of an operations item level inventory. That's an important element. So when you think about the value added here, you have a CStoreOffice being able to help you rotate, move the slow moving items to another location in the store, move the item to another store if the item sells well at that location, clear out dead items with promotions, freeing up space for a higher performing inventory, and returning the item to the vendor. So this is the kind of intelligence that CStoreOffice gives you. So bottom line here is that the value added is there in terms of keeping track of inventory at item level, right? placing high theft risk items behind the counter or in the cashier's line of sight, placing best-selling, high turnover items towards the back of the store, regularly reviewing inventory item expiration dates, regularly reviewing the back office system's missing items reports, and regularly conducting physical cycle inventory counts and resolving discrepancies. So you have the ability to get things done properly, especially in the long run. So let me talk to you now about the verdict. What's our verdict here? Do we recommend CStoreOffice? Definitely yes. We recommend CStoreOffice. We think this is a great tool that allows you to get things done properly, especially when it comes to inventory management, but also inventory optimization. Okay, and you have a tool that's actually if you need a tool that's available on platforms such as browser-based, the cloud, mobile, also mobile Android and mobile iOS, we recommend it. And we also recommend the fact that CStoreOffice has been around for more than 20 years. Okay, so, and this is backed up by a larger organization, Petrosoft. So we're not speaking about a small entity here. This is a large business. And if you're a large enterprise, if you're a small business, if you're a medium business, if you're a freelancer, you will love CStoreOffice. So the clientele is not limited. Okay. And what I want to say here is that it's not about what you are thinking about using the tool for. The question is what your needs are. What your needs are in terms of supply chain management. What your needs are in terms of inventory management. What your needs are in terms of inventory optimization. What your needs are in terms of a team collaborative efforts. If you have a team that is dispersed over several geographies, then you might need to have a tool such as CStoreOffice to help you centralize all your operations, because those things are changing all the time. So you got to have a clear idea what works and what doesn't work. The last thing you want is to actually stock up on dead or slow performing inventory and losing money by the day. Having the kind of intel that CStoreOffice gives you will help you actually sort of optimize your inventory in a profitable way, because the bottom line here is you have to really get rid of the low performing items a lot faster, so you can focus on the high performing items. That's what's going to bring you to profitability down the road. It's not about you doing manual inventory tracking. This is not going to help you, especially once again when we are talking about a highly competitive environment. So this is an important element. Thank you so much for your attention. I really appreciate it. To this conversation, I was talking to you about the CStoreOffice. And let me do a recap here. I give you the presentation, the features, the specs, the customization, the price, the value added, the verdict, and now the recap. Thank you so much. God bless you. I'll see you next time. Until then, remember, stay marvelous.